We're just laughing at the image of a 12-year-old Shaun walking into a Thanksgiving with a trench coat.
Strafing into.
Well, hello there, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Confused Breakfast Podcast. Do you remember the pure joy of a trip to the video rental store as a kid?
Sure do.
Yes.
The excitement of walking down the aisles, browsing the names and the artwork, and finally deciding on the movie you were going to take home with you. Sure, it's hard to beat the ease of the modern era and streaming platforms where you don't even have to leave your house, but there was something truly special about making that trip as a child, picking a movie out by hand, and having the Blockbuster clerk ask you why you're wearing a leather trench coat. On this podcast, we revisit and dissect some of our favorite childhood movies from that magical era to see if they still move us the way they did as kids. I'm your host, Mike Schulte. Joining me as always, 100% pure, old-fashioned, homegrown humans.
You bet.
Shaun Pryor and AJ Vance, how the heck are you?
No plugs. No plugs. There you go.
No plugs at all.
It's almost like you do have plugs because you said that in unison.
Whoa.
And someone told you to say that.
Oh no, and we're a lot
plugged
of plugs
in right
here.
now.
Oh Jesus.
One way or the other, they're going to get you.
They're going to get you. Well, we're delighted to have you here with us today. If you're new to the podcast, you're at the beginning of an episode where we take a classic movie you loved from childhood, give you every single bit of information you could ever need about the movie while dissecting it scene by scene. On this episode, we discuss a movie that made you wonder if your entire life was a lie. A movie that normalized head-to-toe leather outfits and gave the goth rave kids hope that life was indeed a computer simulation.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The 16th highest rated movie on IMDb, winning
Whoa.
4 Oscars and spawning 3 sequels as well as video games. I wrote on there.
Nice.
As well as video games,
Nice.
animated series, and comics. We are, of course, talking about 1999's The Matrix.
Take me back, dude.
And for those of you looking to get a refresher on the movie quick, it is streaming on HBO Max as of the recording of this episode beginning of January 2022, including the new Matrix Resurrections. Like I said, we're going to review that on the Patreon episode.
All the sequels are up there.
Yeah, everything.
Check 'em out.
Just the Matrix universe, HBO Max. Go do it. But in order to properly dissect, I'm changing it up on you guys.
Okay.
In order to properly dissect and review this movie with a modern eye,
Yes.
we must first discuss it with a nostalgic eye, right?
Mm.
We got to talk about the memories of the first time we saw this, how we felt,
Okay.
what we rated this movie when we first saw it. So AJ, we're going to start with you. Take us back to 99, man.
Okay.
Please.
You know what? Taking you back to 1999. I didn't get to see this movie when it first came out. Which
Yeah.
I'm devastated. I didn't get to see this in theaters, to be honest.
Yeah.
But taking it back, I had my cousins were all talking about The Matrix, and they all got to see it and all this stuff, and I never got to see it until probably 2 years later.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
we got to rent it, and I watched it, and my mind was blown.
Yes, it was.
Wide open. My 12-year-old brain was blown. Open, not you guys. You get it.
Yeah.
But
Jesus
but
Christ.
everything about this movie, it just made me want to wear a lot of latex. You know, so
Join the club.
yeah, right. So
What's that nostalgic
rating. I would have to give this. This is definitely up there in the 8s. I'm gonna give this when I saw it 8.3.
8.3, Shaun. What about you, man?
Hey man, you asked. I saw this movie in the theaters. You fucking know I did. Like I don't know how many goddamn times. I was so excited for this. I don't even remember seeing trailers for it or anything like that. I think just my mom just took us to it because she was excited for it. Because my mom's a 4th degree black belt, so she likes kung fu movies and karate and taekwondo and stuff like that. But so that's probably why. So I saw it and I made my mom take me to the nearest Army surplus store and get a trench coat. I got some sunglasses.
That's where they sell them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where else would they sell them?
Yeah, dude.
Hot Topic was not around yet. Well,
Yeah.
it probably was. It was actually called Gadzooks. Gadzooks was like Hot Topic before Hot Topic.
Get him there, man.
Continue.
Get him there.
Did it.
I already had a bunch of fake guns, so me and my friend down the street, Nate. I don't know if he's listening, but we used to just play The Matrix on our trampoline. I used to jump on my trampoline and do the jumping scene, jumping from building to building, and what I liked about it is that the trench coat would flurl up,
Yeah.
and then when I landed, it would come down like it does when Morpheus does it.
Keep going.
I don't know if we're gonna get to the actual review of the
No,
movie.
we're probably
Keep going,
not.
Sean. Tell us more about your childhood.
I do remember going to like a Thanksgiving with my trench coat on, and Columbine had just happened.
Dude, it's not good, man.
Columbine just happened.
We're not laughing at that. We're just laughing at the image of a 12-year-old Shaun walking into a Thanksgiving with a trench coat.
Strafing into.
Oh yeah,
We've got a photo. We're not laughing
where do you
at
want
Columbine.
it? Where do you want it?
Here, give it to me.
Give it to Mike. Yeah.
We're holding up a picture for YouTube.
Here, give it to me.
We will.
right.
We'll post this on our Instagram for
Yeah.
sure.
Can you see this one?
That's me as a really cool kid
Probably needed to bump
back in,
the ISO on
back
that.
in 2099 or so. Hey man, yeah, this is a fucking 10 for sure for me. Back in the
Shaun
day.
went into Thanksgiving and took his shoes off, but not his trench coat.
Oh my god.
We can take a jacket from you, dude.
Oh well, I can't top that because in '99 I am 17, so I'm not showing up. I'm wearing my corn shirt instead of my trench coat at
So
this
you'd
point.
say a little older than us?
I'm a little older than you guys.
Okay, cool.
Cheers, there. That's the drinking game. Do it at home. But there's the whiskey. Oh, good.
That was
So,
whiskey.
I'm sorry, I'm still crying from Shaun. This was an awesome movie. I saw it in the theaters. It definitely affected me. However, again, I'm 17 at this point. Fight Club speaks to me more than this movie does.
Sure.
Because I'm like, oh, yeah, just like never going to get the respect I deserve.
Fuck the establishment,
yeah,
bro.
That was more my mindset as opposed to like, what? Computer simulation?
I'm not a nerd.
Yes.
I'm a badass.
The ability to like seem super smart by telling people I love the Fight Club was more important to me than the Matrix.
While you
But-
whipped out your acoustic guitar at the
Yes,
party.
and
you were
played
at.
Dave Matthews songs. The Matrix is not real. Dave Matthews is a real person.
Look.
So I'm more of like a 7 on this. Like I very much enjoyed it back
Yeah.
then, but it wasn't like my favorite movie in the world.
Sure.
So that, believe
You
it
need
or
to be
not,
unplugged, bro.
I know
You need to be unplugged.
That puts us at a nostalgic rating of 8.4, which is going to take this all the way up to number 4 on our list of what we've done so far.
Wow.
Just under Mighty Ducks, just above Three Ninjas, if that tells you anything.
Wow.
Dang.
Dang. So
That's big.
yeah. Okay. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at all the pertinent, important details of the movie so we can set the stage for our scene-by-scene breakdown. Shaun, let's see what you're doing here.
This may take a little bit, I'll be honest. Produced by Joel Silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silver Films.
We got it. Written by Lily and Lana Wachowski. Edited by Zach Steinberg. Production design by Owen Patterson. Cinematography by Bill Pope. It was fun that he was nominated for an Oscar one time. It wasn't for this movie, but the lady reading out the nominations said Bill Poop, and it's really fun.
That
You
sucks.
can look that up. Music by Don Davis and directed by the Wachowskis. Cast: Keanu Reeves, Carrie Ann Moss, Lawrence Fishburne, Hugo Weaving, Gloria Foster, Joey Pants, Joe Pantoliano.
Yes. Oh, no, that's what
Glad
he's
you did
referring
it.
to.
Joey
yes.
Pants,
I'm glad you did
Marcus
that.
Chong, Julian Aradchanka,
You got it.
Matt Doran, Belinda McClory, Anthony Ray Parker, Paul Goddard, and Robert Taylor. When the Wachowskis brought the script for Assassins to Warner Brothers, the head of development at the time bought 2 more scripts from the duo, Bound and The Matrix. After some success of the film Bound, the Wachowskis asked to finally make The Matrix. Joel Silver read the script and loved it. Wanting to help out production, although the film still seemed too expensive and weren't sold on the concept, the Wachowskis hired comic book illustrators Jeff Darrow and Steve Scotchy to draw a 600-page storyboard, which convinced the studio to approve the budget and set filming in Australia. Editor Zach Steinberg sent a rough cut of the first minutes of the film, which is Trinity and that whole deal, to Warner Brothers, and the company then gave full support for the film from then on out.
Take our money.
It's weird. It's weird that they're like, nah, it seems too expensive. We're gonna spend more money on a storyboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Make us a comic book first.
So what they did, they spent their budget that they got for the whole film on the storyboard and that first scene because they were so confident in the story.
Are you serious?
That Warner Brothers just gave them more money.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When they could have just given them the initial amount of money they asked for and just trusted them.
The Wachowski sisters gave the cast a bunch of philosophical reading material for them to understand the message of the film and its ideas. Will Smith was offered the role, but did not understand the film, so he went on to do Wild Wild West instead. Because everyone can understand Wild Wild West. You know,
everyone gets that one.
Just paraplegic bad guys flinging
Spiders
sewer caps at people.
Yeah, feces, yeah.
David Schwimmer, Ewan McGregor,
David Schwimmer, come on.
Mark Wahlberg, Brad Pitt, John Cusack, David Duchovny, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Nick Cage were all vetted to be Neo.
Yeah, okay.
Follow the white bunny.
Cool.
Let's go.
A, B, C, D. What are all these things going down the screen? Val Kilmer was considered for the role of Morpheus. Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe, Anthony Hopkins, Malcolm McDowell, and Robert De Niro, as well as Chow Yun-Fat were considered for Morpheus as well. Madonna, Janet Jackson, Jennifer Beals, Marissa Tomei, Salma Hayek, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Jennifer Lopez, Heather Graham, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Ashley Judd were all considered for Trinity. To prepare for the physical demands of the film, the sisters employed Yun Woo Ping to train the cast in wire fu. He played to all the certain strengths of the actors. Although Reeves was recovering from a surgery at the time, Reeves worked overtime to prepare for the role as Neo. Here we go, the last bit. The film was shot in New South Wales, making it a go-to place for productions to come. Filming began in March 1998 and concluded in August. Released on March 31st, 1999. In 2012, it sat at the 122nd highest-grossing film of all time, and upon release earned $463,507,383 worldwide and won Best Visual Effects, Best Sound Editing, and Best Editing at the 2000 Academy Awards.
Damn, dude.
That's a lot of dollar bills and awards for not meaning anything because it's the Matrix.
Nothing. Doesn't even. I don't even.
Of course,
taste.
it did well.
We're just living in the
The
Matrix.
smell of all that money means nothing.
Movie about itself in the Matrix. Of course, it's going to do well.
All right, but real quick, before we dive into AJ's segment, I want to explain something to you. This venture, while unbelievably fun and rewarding, it takes up a fuckload of our time. For the last episode, I actually figured that including watching the movie multiple times, researching, preparing notes, driving back and forth from AJ's, recording the episode, editing the episode, and making the TikToks, that I spend an average of 12 hours per episode, and that is on the top of like my other jobs, my endeavors, as well as my own personal family time. I know you don't want to hear this stop story. You know, I know you don't want to hear it.
Stop.
I know it's the same
stories.
for you guys. We need the support of our sponsors in order to keep us going, continuing to create this free content for all of you to listen to and enjoy. So when we talk about Cedar Ridge whiskey, for example, we aren't trying to force you into buying something. We're not just like, oh, hold on, we're going to talk about some bullshit.
Of course
Like,
we're not.
we are legitimately trying to tell you about a company that supports us directly, and to top it all off, a company that genuinely makes insanely good products. I went over there the other day. I know I brought this on our last episode. They handed me this limited edition, limited edition bottle of Slipknot Iowa whiskey, honoring the 20-year anniversary of the release of that absolutely infamous album.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And they flip-flopped the formula. So from their regular number 9 Slipknot whiskey, it's 60% bourbon, 40% rye.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 60% rye, 40% bourbon.
What?
Oh, yeah.
But the attention to detail is what I love about not only this whiskey, but Cedar Ridge. They purposely took this ABV to 51.5% alcohol.
Are you serious?
Which, of course, if you're not from Iowa, 515 is the area code of Des Moines, Iowa, where
Right.
Slipknot's from.
That's
So
right.
that little attention to detail is what we love about Cedar Ridge. And you can actually get this bottle in stores right now or on their website, Cedar Ridge Whiskey. You can order it. They'll send it right to you. It's limited edition. You should do it now. Support these amazing people that support us, and make sure you check them out on their websites, their social medias. Tell them you love Cute Confused Breakfast. Tell them you love Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, definitely.
We love you all, and sorry for the commercial. God, we'll get back to the show. Jeez.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Well, before we dive deep, scene by scene on this, AJ does his research. He checks out the critical reviews, fan ratings of this movie. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good here. Although I can't wait for you to read a really negative one. So
Well,
go ahead and get there.
So here's the thing. you try to do any research on like, oh yeah, Matrix reviews. It's all just like people who don't know that they're actually writing about the new movie on an old thread about the different Matrix movie.
Wow.
That's what you get caught in when you try to do this. So regardless, guys, where do we always have to start out? You know it, the tomato meter. Yeah. Tomato meter comes in at a certified fresh 88%.
Nice.
on there, guys.
88. Do you want to know where that ranks?
Please.
Sure do.
It's still, believe it or not, is still like out of the top 10 for the movies we've done. It's right above Beetlejuice, right below Christmas Story.
Wow.
For critical reviews.
Is Big still our highest rated?
No, Princess Bride.
98. They got
if
it.
that,
Okay.
If that
Okay.
puts you there. So.
Okay. All right.
It's a perfect movie.
Audiences agreed for the most part at 85% coming in there. And I'd say this is probably up there on our IMDb ratings. This is an 8.7.
Wow. They made it, huh?
Dude,
IMDb.
are you kidding me? That has to be about as high as 8 points. That is the highest we've done. Previously, T2 was an 8.5.
Wow.
So Matrix is now our official highest rated IMDb.
You just got to be a groundbreaking action blockbuster to even get out of the sevens, apparently.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of the critical reviews here. Bill Pope's swooping, noir-inflected cinematography is wonderfully complemented by Owen Patterson's inventive production design, a great soundtrack, and the best choreography this side of Hong Kong.
Nice. I agree.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Mark Savlov from the Austin Chronicle said, doesn't just raise the bar on sci-fi and action films, it rips that sucker off and sends it spiraling.
Damn.
I love that.
So there's no more bar.
There is
no spoon.
No, there is no bar. There is no spoon. I really liked this Watcher's review. It's nice, short, sweet, kind of to the point. This is a 5-star review from a viewer. The Matrix is a landmark in the canon of science fiction films. Its special effects were and still are cutting edge, and its story is unsettling, intriguing, complex, and philosophical all at once. I love that. Obviously, some people just don't get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Not getting it equals hating it, right?
I have to tell you some of my favorite 1 stars to just kind of run right through. These are all 1 stars. Not impressed. I would not pay to see it again from the Red Box. 1 star. You were very rude. My brother forced me to watch it, and I was 8. 1 star.
That's the movie's fault.
That was me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Chris.
Horrible. I can't believe they did that. John Wick.
What? You're just going to reference John Wick? And
That's all you can do, man.
I'm gone. Fuck this.
So here's a couple other great ones. Again, I just have to imagine that these are folks who just they just can't grasp the difference between, hey, this is a movie, it's for entertainment, right?
Yes.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
This is a 1 star 10 months ago. This movie is an absolute disgrace. It is disgusting, and it is not true to the comics. If you look closely, you'll see that they are actually in Die Hard 5. So technically, it is a horrible Hollywood boring action movie. P.S. Friend me on Roblox at committed sec offender.
What?
Wow.
Committed what offender?
Sec.
Sec. Just sec.
Sec?
It's fine.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't-
worry about it.
don't-
We're gonna continue to let's
I
just
don't think
continue.
it is fine.
Don't think on it. Last one for you guys. Jaden Merulla gave a 1 star. This movie is terrible. It's so inaccurate to real life. This movie enforces drugs by the red and blue pill. Like, bruh, I only take melatonin. So yeah, also I actually do like this movie. It's just I don't like the 3rd and 2nd one. Hashtag cringe. Hashtag single mama 4. Hashtag Little Nas X Stan. Hashtag let's go Mets. Gave it a 1 star. I actually like it, but I don't like the sequels. So
the first
let's go
movie,
Mets.
yeah, the first
Go
movie
Mets.
spawned the sequels. So
Yeah.
1 star. Let's go Mets.
There you go.
Lil Nas X, too.
Stan.
Throw him in there. I stand that. You know, bae.
You know. There it is, guys.
All right.
Fetch.
Well, my dudes, what do you say we leave our boring and unrewarding lives in favor of the
please.
truth? Let's leave our blue Viagra pills behind, take the red pill, and choose reality over simulation. Are you ready to see just how deep the rabbit hole goes? I
think so.
Fucking better be. Here we go.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
At an abandoned hotel in a major city, a police squad corners Trinity. She flees, pursued by the police and a group of suited agents. She answers a ringing telephone and vanishes. Computer programmer Thomas Anderson, known as Neo, searches online for info on the mysterious Matrix. He meets Trinity at a nightclub, and she tells him a man named Morpheus has the answers he seeks. Despite Morpheus' help, Neo is captured by the agents at his workplace. The agents implant a robotic bug in his stomach.
Immediately, how are you not engaged by this movie?
Right.
Still, to this day, the 20th time I've seen this movie, it was immediately like, let's do this.
It's crazy. You can tell that they've put a lot of the budget into just this first scene. Like, reading that, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because, like, I gotta know what happens now. Like, why the hell is why is she picking up a phone? Why she disappeared? What the fuck's going on?
Yep.
You know, it's so good.
It's wonderful. I have to say, guys, I think I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I think this might be the biggest humanized the Goons movie we've ever done in the history of this show.
Yeah,
because the moment if I was a cop, SWAT team, and the moment I see her spider walk on the goddamn walls, I'm like, nope. Deuces.
Fuck that.
I'm out. F that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Immediately.
Come on. The moment that they saw that, they're just like, nope, done.
Yeah.
Fuck, the minute I see her dressed in that amazing leather outfit, and then she starts walking the wall, I'm like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. You
wouldn't want her to kick your ass?
No.
No.
Not into that. This dominatrix thing, it's not working for Mike.
All right.
No, it's not working for me.
Right.
So I'm
Matrix
just saying,
is in the name.
Dominatrix.
That has to be a porn title, correct?
Matrix.
Dom in Matrix. Dom in Matrix.
I like that.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
The Matrix erections. I don't know. Resurrection.
I was waiting for the credits intro, and it never happened.
Right.
I had this weird memory of some crazy 2-minute long Matrix scene where it's going through the telephone wires and the computers, but it never happened.
Never came.
So was that a glitch in my Matrix? Was it like Berenstain Bears? Is there did they change something? Did there
Mandela effect, man?
There was never an intro credit scene to this.
No.
Which I'm like, that's awesome. Why do we need intro credit scenes?
Yeah. That's a good point. I feel like it comes from the idea of the sequels. I think had them for sure, and
Did
then
they?
I just applied it to this. But I hear you.
I mean, why do it at the beginning when you can do it at the end with a badass rage fucking song, dude? We'll get there, but yeah.
I do have to note, I get it. They talk about this a little bit later, how it's when you go into the Matrix, you have this self-imagery and this and that. And I just got to say, I think that latex might be the most impractical outfit.
Yeah.
Especially when you're anticipating any sort of physical activity.
Yes.
You're just going to lock in all the juices, huh? You're just going to do that.
Don't you want full on Adidas tracksuit with really good joggers and a nice pair of sneakers?
Yeah, some Nike pumps.
Yeah, you're going to be doing some crazy. Maybe you're getting your hair tied back in a ponytail.
Yeah.
You're ready to roll.
Yeah.
Sweatband.
Yeah. But no, you're just going to, the squeakiest outfit you can find, you decide to put on.
Where'd she go? I hear her over there.
There she is. They're in the walls. No.
Just quietly
in the. We've all seen Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah.
At least
he has to turn like this.
That's it'd be so constrictive. It's like a straitjacket, man.
I mean, yeah, and they don't specify where they this takes place or anything like that, but they filmed in Australia, so it can't be cool in there.
No, it can't be. It can't be good temperature for latex.
Yeah. The whole fight choreography and everything like that is outstanding right off the bat, and it only gets better. Just and the amount of training that these guys went through, especially Carrie-Anne Moss, is everyone was obviously didn't know any of this stuff,
right?
And they trained with this Wu Ping guy, and just made all the choreography make sense. And it's the classic style of kung fu movie making.
Mm-hmm.
The Wachowskis were also super into as well. So there's a lot of quick zooms in or quick zooms out of people getting hit, and obviously people going flying and everything like that with the wire fu. But so masterfully done. Like it takes me back to those movies, like Bruce Lee movies and stuff like that.
They said that opening scene alone took 6 months of training and 4 whole days to shoot. Just that what?
Oh my God.
5 minutes of cinema.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, it pays off because we're immediately. If this was modern day Netflix, of where you only get about 10 minutes of my interest, we're good.
You got me.
We're good. I'm in.
Agree. I think the agents are taking from the T-1000 school of running. It seems because they're just like.
It does.
Straight-faced all the time. And I do like that it's like he's got like beat cops with him, like overweight beat cops who are just, like trying to jump over the building, one like falls and like
well, that's the thing.
Catches himself.
All those cops are just like, that's not possible. No.
Do you think, does that mean we can do it?
What's going on here?
We'll
this is
get
obnoxious.
to it, but like a lot of the times, like they're trying to keep the Matrix from other people, but like they're just like she just walked on a wall.
Yeah.
They both just jumped a city street from building to building. Like, what is going on? Like, what, like they're not asking, like, must be the Matrix. They're like, fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go get a beer.
Yeah, fuck
this is too much. I need to have an Afties on this after today.
Well, maybe it's time to bring up Hugo Weaving. I mean, this dude, this is the start of his like iconic character run.
Yeah.
I mean, what's more iconic? Him, Agent Smith in The Matrix, him as V in V from Vendetta, or him as Elrond in Lord of the Rings? Epic characters that this man plays, and he does it so goddamn well.
Yeah,
I mean, he's frightening.
He wanted to do like an old time kind of radio kind of voice. He was trying to do just like a extremely monotone, just nothing, like no character to him whatsoever voice. And I think Lawrence Fishburne compared him to some radio DJ. I forget.
Cronkite.
Yeah,
Cronkite. Yeah. It was just like, that's what he is, and he's
so good,
monotone, and just it's like somehow very, very scary at the same time.
Mr.
Anderson.
God damn it!
I hate hearing that.
Mr. Venz.
I hated hearing that as
that's
a kid.
why I brought it up.
I had teachers who would call me that in school, and I don't know if I like subconsciously thought the same thing as like. Oh, from The Matrix. Yes. I hated hearing that. God's the worst.
When they get to Neo's apartment, right? He's a computer hacker who's been locked in his apartment forever, and that group of seductresses show up and want to feed him drugs and go raving with him. He closes the door and he opens up that book. Did you catch the title of the book that he opens up that is hollowed out? So it's by French philosopher Jean Baudrillard, and it's simulacra and simulation is what it's called, which is like some of the forefrontal thinking of simulation and is the world real and how do we perceive things. So the Wachowskis gave that book to everyone before this movie started to be like, you need to read this and start comprehending that. And that's kind of some cool things to implant those things, right? Like the extra details in this movie to be like, no, that's clearly what Neo's reading.
Yeah.
He wants to know what the hell's going on. He's searching for the Matrix. So I thought that was a cool plan.
Yeah, like genuine homework for them.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a part of this movie, you're going to be a part of this movie.
I mean, there's like they offered these roles to like several other people before, like Lawrence Fishburne and stuff like that, and they all pretty much turned it down because they didn't get it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand. Like Will Smith is like, I don't understand the script. I'm gonna go play a Western superhero. I
don't understand the script, but later on I'll go to play in iRobot.
Yeah,
there's robots all over the place, so that's fine.
Fighting robots, cool. I get that.
Oh, cool. No, I understand.
So like Terminator. Okay, well, we're good.
When Neo goes to follow them to the rave. Like
the White Rabbit, dude.
Yeah, the White Rabbit. Did you catch the name of the girl who has the White Rabbit tattoo?
The one that's just looking Neo up and down.
Yeah, well, they all look like they're going to the rave from Blade.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna get blood rained on them.
Her name's Du Jour, and I'm just like of the day, like soup du jour. Like
that sounds good.
That's good. I'll have
that. That's what Neo was saying.
It's all I could think of. I was like, that's French for something, right? And all I could think of was soup du jour.
All I could think of was like, how'd you get those necklaces on?
Yeah.
No, like, so I did go to a few raves in 99, 2000. So like, that's a pretty accurate description of what like a rave was like, is people just in the weirdest fucking outfits. The loudest industrial versions of Rob Zombie remixes, and then I was Neo just being like,
Yeah, this is fun.
Look at us.
Wow. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I got seltzer water, please?
Oh, I forgot my glow stick. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 12-year-old me is watching this like, fuck yeah, I'd totally be there. I'd be so like, oh yeah, Rob Zombie. Yeah, I'm 12 years old. I'd totally fit in.
I like when Keanu Reeves was first introduced, and like I don't know if like every hacker listens to Massive Attack and eats ramen, but I'm sure he does.
Yeah,
strictly mezzanine. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. His first line is what? just throwing it out there.
Do you guys buy just Keanu in general? Like, why we have to have this conversation? We talked about this with like Bill and Ted. Like, why he's either so unbelievably good at acting that he can make himself bad, or he's just really bad, but we just love him. Like, I read this because you said his first thing he said was stop. Or what? And then later in the movie, the most climactic moment, she's about to kill Morpheus, and he goes, stop. It's like, you can maybe just be a little louder about that.
It's like,
dude, somebody calculated this. In the first 45 minutes of the film, Neo has 80 lines. 44 of the lines are one-word questions.
So 52% is like one-word questions.
I mean, like we'll get to it. There's so much exposition to go. Like almost, maybe even more than half of this movie is just exposition.
Yeah,
you try like them getting you into the world, and like obviously Keanu Reeves is our conduit for that.
True, and and it's perfect for this.
Yeah,
I mean he's absolutely perfect in this role.
Yeah,
but then I'm wondering, like,
I still wonder.
I have
Keanu,
this thing.
why do I like you so much?
Yeah. I have this thing, and I know this might be a little controversial, and I don't mean this in like a rude way because I love Keanu Reeves, but I think this may have been like his last like good, wonderful role. Like, to be completely honest, like even in the next ones, I wasn't totally bought in.
Yeah,
you know, and I was like, but watching him in this, I was like his kind of persona that he has plays into his character well enough that I think that I am like along for the ride with him. Yeah. So if that's any answer,
no, it works.
I do disagree a little bit that it's his like last good role, but I do understand that thing because it's so difficult to see him on screen and just like because he's just such the surfer dude, you know. Like Point Break is a perfect role for him, you know, because he plays a surfer dude. But like the way he says shit is just like, what?
Stop.
What?
Who?
Why me? Why now? Why this? You know?
Get away from me.
Where? Who? When?
But you're right. He's the best at that. Whatever that is.
This can't be happening, is it? I don't know.
Is it? Maybe. Who knows?
But it might not be.
It's like his character arc is basically him asking questions and then answering his own questions that he just asked. That's his character arc.
There was so you're getting into this office scene, and this is where I've seen this movie 20 times, but I know people are probably yelling at me for saying this, that, I picked it up like on TikTok. How could you not notice that? But we're being honest with ourselves, Internet. Yeah. I didn't realize that when you're in the Matrix, there's that green tint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like the skies over, all the whites are overexposed. There's no blue whatsoever in the Matrix. Mm-hmm. And then when they get into the real world, like the color of the thing goes back to where it should be. And that's amazing. And I know maybe I'm stupid for not picking up on that, but it's subconsciously telling you, we're in the Matrix. Yeah. Oh, we're not. Oh, we're in the Matrix. We're not. And it's amazing. It's beautiful.
It's great.
It's great continuity between when they are looking at the Matrix, right? Yeah. They see it's the code, the
same green color, right?
Code, right? And now they're watching the Matrix through these screens that have that green tint and hue to them. And I think you're right. It is brilliant. Like I always realized it, but then I never thought about it in depth, obviously, because I didn't care. I was just like, that is cool. That now this is different.
As opposed to like later in the film when they're all like goth clad and like it's tight shirts and everything like that. His like wardrobe and when he's in the Matrix or like the quote unquote real world that he thinks, all of his clothes are like really kind of awkward on him and like kind of tight in some places.
He looks schlubby in
a little schlubby, and like his hair is just like kind of off. It seems they did that on purpose. It was like they just wanted to convey like he just feels like out of place.
Oh, cool.
Like he feels, like he needs to break free of something, and that's another fucking cool detail too.
Yeah,
a lot of underlying tones like that I'm sure won't even cover or didn't even see.
There's so
this
much.
time around.
There's so much to this movie that we're not going to get to everything. So do your own research. But
Yeah, do your own research. Become informed about the Matrix.
Unplug yourselves.
I've done my research.
Okay.
Do your research.
I've looked at 10 memes. Now, before we move on, we got to talk about like the true first moment. There's moments in this movie that are terrifying. And the first real one for me is when the agents get him and his mouth goes shut. And then that goddamn thing goes in his belly button. It like makes me hurt just thinking about that. Like that's the worst. Put it up my butt. I don't care. Don't go through my belly button. Like I don't like the feeling.
Digging your belly button in the morning, you're trying to get the lint out and it's that weird feeling.
Okay, everybody listening right now, put your finger kind of deep into your belly button. And you feel that pain?
Scrape around a little bit. Yeah.
So ever
Isn't
since
that your Abdullah Umblagata?
I think that's where it is. I think that's yep. It's your thyroid menorah.
Screenus.
But I've had a thing about my belly button ever since I had an appendectomy as a kid, where they actually cut into my belly button and to like do the like arthroscopy whatever thing. And like ever since then, and then I watch this, I'm just like, oh my god.
That's why every time I try and tickle you, you punch me in the face.
Correct. Yeah, I don't do well in tickle fights, guys. They turn real fast. Is what happens.
Going back a little bit, I wanted that phone as a kid. Like that's when like cell phones were like first coming out, but like the one that just like.
Yep. That is my thing. That's what I want.
Oh,
that was the item I wanted. I didn't say it just because you said that. I was going to bring it up.
This is the rule. You the first one that says that's my prop is. So now you got to go, Shaun.
I want one of those phones.
I know what I want. If you're still thinking, I want
the
black 1965 Lincoln Continental with suicide doors.
Suicide doors.
I'll give me that car.
That's a dope.
That's my
pretty
prop.
dope. I think I want the fucking lightning blaster that Tank and Dozer have, or the Nebuchadnezzar has.
Oh yeah.
No, I take it back. I want.
You can't take it back.
No. I want Cypher's fucking soul patch.
Taken right from his face with the little skin left too.
Just like steak blood still in it.
Oh, gross.
You know.
Steak juice.
I imagine Morpheus watching like the weird line TV and it was like, God damn it, you fucking pussy. Just fucking like I got you an out.
He's not the one. Like he's not the one.
It cuts right to him like in cuffs, then putting him in the car. He's like, imagine him just watching like, God fuck.
Yeah. I literally told it. Oh God.
I reached across universes to reach you, dude. God damn it!
I didn't even think about that.
To be honest, if I was Neo, I wouldn't have gone out there either. Fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me? No.
No one ever goes out on the ledge their first time.
He's like, God, they always go with the agents. They always go with the agents.
Always go with the agents. God
they
damn
always
it.
go with the agents.
Last thing on the scene, a lot of this movie is like practical blends with visual effects. That bug is also one too, where like a lot of the full bug or with the legs and stuff is obviously artificial, and like when it's like squirming around in his belly, it's real. It's like a prosthetic and stuff like that. Just cool as fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, moving along.
Let's do it.
Neo wakes up from what he believes to be a nightmare. Soon after, Neo is taken by Trinity to meet Morpheus after removing Neo's bug. Morpheus reveals the truth about the Matrix. Neo takes the red pill, and he soon awakens in a liquid-filled pod among countless others containing other humans. He is then brought aboard Morpheus's flying ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. I really enjoyed when he does... When Morpheus does call him after this.
Yeah.
And he's like, this line is tapped. I don't have a lot of time. But then he like proceeds to tell whoever's listening how important Neo is on the tapped line. He's like, if they knew how important you were, you'd be dead.
Basically,
also
you're
meet me
god.
here.
So now they know. Also meet me here. Like, what the fuck was that?
You're God incarnate right now.
And
just
they
so you
fucked
know.
up, dude. They fucked up, and they'll never know how bad they fucked up. Oh, fuck. Did I say this line was tapped? Meet me there. Bye.
By the way, phones, lines and phones, like back in the day we had like actual landlines in the house, and you picked them up on the receiver of the phone, and they had like numbers on them that you could dial like on your cell phone, but it was not a cell phone. It was like a thing, like a huge block. You picked the receiver up, and you talked
to hang
people.
it up. You actually like
you had to
you put it down.
Yeah,
which
no
is
buttons
where
or anything like
the
that.
term "hang it up" actually comes from.
Exactly.
If you didn't know,
Yeah, so
you know,
just people out there. We're a little older than you, so.
well, cheers.
I guess we'll all cheers on that one.
By the way,
I just had a note that said "explain phones to the audience."
I also like the idea in that same moment that if it is tapped, then the agents are listening, like on like a thing. Like they're all three. They're all three. Like
It's the old cop movies when his kid is abducted. Hey, quick! Okay, go.
Sure.
It's like it's this. It's you take your headphone. You go.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Yeah, go.
Go.
Oh shit! He's important to
And
him.
he's like, I told you it was more important. God,
must be an allegory for Jesus Christ. Something like that.
Wait, NEO 1.
Oh God! How did we not think of that?
Fuck you guys. We're literally computers.
I knew this.
We're literally computers.
I knew this episode was gonna be great.
But then, and so
We're literally confused.
it's just like, and it's just like at the end of the call, Morpheus would just be like, Agent Smith smells. God.
His buddies have small penises.
Yeah.
Humanize the goons, dude. That's what we do here. I think I'm sudsing. It's a Sunday afternoon. I think I'm sudsing from last night, guys.
Hell yeah. Dude.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Would you take the red or the blue pill?
Mm.
You are in this situation. This is your real life. Shaun, you leave this place and this happens to you and someone explains this to you.
I'm more of a red pill kind of guy. Like I don't really like to get sleepy when I take my pills, so
Well,
I like try to take Dayquil instead.
I was gonna say,
just
is
to
this-
kind of like
is it
hype up a
nighttime
little
or
bit.
daytime?
Exactly. So that's the kind of person No, for real, I am. I'm the kind of guy I do want to know. Like if something's being kept from me, that's kind of a nightmare of mine. Like if like there's people out there who know me and like know something that I don't or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I've had dreams where just like a bunch of people are against me, and those are nightmares that I have. And so I want to be like included on knowing what the hell is actually going on. So I'm more of a red pill kind of guy.
AJ?
Well, like Shaun's saying, you have two choices here. It's like, I know if I take that blue pill, I'm going to just wake up groggy in the morning.
Exactly.
But if I take the red pill, I'll be able to kind of go a little bit longer today, feel a little bit better about it. So I'd probably take the red pill.
Yeah.
Get
some stuff done.
Yeah, exactly. Try to get some more stuff done. I'll probably stay home from work, but I will get a few things done around the house then if I take the red. But no, okay. So I would take, as of right now, where we're at in the movie, I would take the red pill. Okay. I would take the red pill. I want to know. You're good, Morpheus. Your riddles are great. I want to know. How about you?
I think Morpheus doesn't do it good. I've got some theories coming later. I don't think Morpheus does his due diligence here.
He doesn't sell it?
He sells it. He
sells it too well.
He does not truthfully tell what is going on here.
That's true. He even says that.
Because I think anybody listening's most likely going to be like, all right, yeah, I'll take the red pill. Yeah. But knowing what actually would happen, fuck no. I'm Cypher all the fucking day. Put me back in the fucking thing. I don't want to know.
When he does explain like why, I'm like, I do get that, because like when he's eating the steak, especially, I'm just like, by the way, best looking on movie steak.
Yep, it's pretty amazing
in movie history.
That's that's Tidbit from Outback Steakhouse in Australia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there we go.
So they are really good over there.
Yes, they are.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
very
legit
good.
over there.
Yeah.
That's where they met. for that meeting.
But I get his. We'll get to him more, obviously, but like I get his thinking behind it. It's like I don't want to know him. Like I'm better off just not knowing. You know.
The older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? I hope this is a Matrix, and I'm having a great fucking time. And you know what? That's fine. Like I don't want to live on a ship.
Break some laws.
I don't want to live on a ship sharing like brain needles with you guys, that are not sterilized.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like they don't get their own brain needles. It's just hey, Morpheus just came out here. Let's put this in you.
Yeah, they're
not sterilized. I don't want to share this shit with you.
No, they just hang the thing back up. They're just like, yeah, your brain goo's gonna be on that one.
And like Neo's clearly gonna get fucking Trinity. Then what girls am I gonna?
That's
hang
true.
out with?
I mean, we don't.
He doesn't tell you how many girls are on the ship.
We don't see Zion.
No, we don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of asked myself this question, like how many, like if you took more than one red or blue pill, like would you be even more aware, or would you would it change like your job if you took like 2 more blue pills or something like that in the real world, the quote unquote real world? It's just a thought.
Yeah, it's like drinking extra cups of coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
kind of an idea.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought. Go ahead, man.
I want to say like when they get the suck machine and suck the bug out of him. That creeped me out.
Yes.
I love his reaction. Holy shit, that thing's real! Like that's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's
but
good. Right
I love
there.
how Trinity's when he just about gets out of the car, he's like, "Fuck this, you got a gun on me." He just about gets out, and Trinity's like, "You've been down that road, Neo?" He's like, "Yeah, I have."
I live
7-Eleven. They got great burritos at this time of night. I'm gonna go get one of those and go to bed.
Probably a bottle of liquor too,
Yeah.
because today was really weird.
I got a gun pulled on me. I had a thing put in me. I think.
I've woken up 5 times today. Okay. It's been a really weird fucking day.
I don't need to wake up anymore, Trinity. You're hot as fuck, but goddamn.
God damn, when does it end?
And I know you're sweating under that leather jumpsuit.
Yeah,
because those things do not
You're
breathe.
probably gross under there.
Are you trying to cut weight? Like, are you in like a what's
Wrestling.
going on? Wrestling.
I thought one of the coolest shots of the movie for me is when Morpheus and Neo are talking and he's got both pills out.
Yeah.
And that shot of the reflection in his
Yes.
glasses.
I agree.
Each lens has a different hand and a pill, and Neo's in the background. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool shot. I still don't understand why there's no arms to Morpheus's sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
Why is that? Just because we can?
Yeah.
Like just show Neo how cool we are and
Differentiate the characters a little bit.
But I've never figured that move out.
There was a whole bid for the sunglasses in this movie. Like, they weren't just like, oh, hey, Ray-Bans, we need some glasses. No, there was like some like high-end designer or whatever who like bid for the sunglasses.
Oh, wow.
And they created individual sunglasses for every single character
That's awesome.
separately based on, like, these people went to the shootings, like character reads and stuff, and then created sunglasses for every
For
single
those
freaking
characters.
character.
Well, it makes sense that he has like more reflective kind of lenses, so like just reflecting whatever people are looking at him.
Yeah.
They're seeing themselves. It's like kind of a weird like Matrix kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And-
cool.
Yeah, and again, you get these terrifying scenes again where he's now becoming digital and like the mirrors going up his body.
Becoming goo.
He's becoming goo, and we're losing him. And like that's another weirdly terrifying. Like, hey, I did what you said. I took the red pill, and now you may not even be able to like save me.
Yeah.
You don't even know where I am. Wait, what the fuck? And then, like, when they actually connect them, like the yell turns digital and goes
It's so
up.
cool.
That
Yeah.
is a beautiful effect.
If you guys don't know, I have a note here that says explain dial-up connection tones.
Right, yeah, give us
And
this.
so that's what this turns into,
Hey,
essentially.
Yeah, a lot of our listeners are 30 to 50 years old. They understand, okay? We're not getting like a 12-year-old listening to our podcast.
It turns into like dial tone, like connection internet.
It's that digital, and it's the digital noise
Yeah.
of it. You know, I mean, it's awesome. It's a great effect.
It's really cool.
I like to think that maybe like he like as soon as he like was sat down in the chair and like it kind of took effect, you know. I like to think he's like, wait. I got a cat back home, Mr. Mippers. Can he come with? Can we unplug animals?
Yeah.
I don't know this. Can't like he's got to come with me because he does like cats.
Yeah.
That is. Thank you for saying that because like I'm not leaving without my
I'm
cat.
not leaving without Theo.
No.
That's my dog, man. He's coming with.
Yeah.
You're just gonna plug in some other person that's gonna be his new human. I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's going to be, but see, here's the thing, is like they unplug the dog, but then just like humans, you unplug the dog and it pops out of all the goo and it's hairless and like very skinny and like anemic.
Well,
It's what you don't want.
Yeah.
It's like that's the part of the puppy that you don't like. It's like I like puppies. I don't like dogs.
so in reality, there is no such thing as animals anymore
That's apparently.
It's gotta
because
be it, right?
they can't be real. They're not real. Right?
Yeah.
Everything in your life is not real.
So, like-
humans are the only real thing. It's just we're into their brains.
Because as Smith says later, we are all mammals. So what happened to all the other mammals?
they just said fuck it.
Yeah.
They said humans, which will go into my theory later.
Okay.
No big deal.
Ugh.
And then maybe the most terrifying scene of all of this entire movie affected me deeply when I first saw this is when he wakes up in the pod.
Yeah.
And he's got all that shit in him and he's pulling the thing out of the back of his head.
Yeah.
And clearly they did a great job. He's got no muscle. He can't see anything. He's got no power. It's just an unbelievably terrifying scene to then when he looks and realizes like, oh my fucking God.
This scene spawned like so many biomechanical tattoos that just exist in the world.
People got the holes on them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did they really?
Just H.R. Geiger paintings all over the place.
That's all.
I've never once considered getting a tattoo in the back of my head that is like a plug-in.
That's kind of cool.
This is just a lot of goth kids out there like, I'm getting a biomech tattoo on my arm.
Dude, I tell you what, man.
Tearing through my flesh.
I wish Jeremy had like a 3-prong inside of him or something like that. We like with this whole setup we got going on, we need a person with like 18 plugs just sitting right here so we can reach over here, reach over there, get that shot.
Every person is a power conditioner.
That's right.
So as Neo recuperates, Morpheus explains the full story. Neo's prowess during the virtual training cements Morpheus's belief that Neo is the one he's been searching for. The group enters the Matrix to visit the Oracle.
When he is introducing like the entire crew, like he's like, this is their brothers, Tank and
Dozer.
Tank and Dozer are brothers, and the little one behind you is Mouse. He's like, Morpheus. You really got to call me that every fucking time you introduce me? I'm the little one of the group? Jesus Christ, man.
At some point, I'm going to get bigger than you.
Yeah, dude.
I like to think
Maybe I'm the one.
Well, I like to think that everyone in the crew at one point Morpheus thought was the one.
No, you have dude, no, you are not wrong. Like I'm pretty sure that that's how every one of them came out, and he went through this exact goddamn thing, especially Cypher.
Shit,
No,
dude, I did not think
especially Cypher.
Especially
Cypher
Cypher.
Was probably told he was the one,
Right.
and that Trinity would fall in love with him.
Yeah, Trinity probably told him her thing.
And Trinity said, "Yeah, I'm supposed to fall in love with the one," and
that's
then
even
once we
deeper.
realize he's not the one, then Trinity's like, "Well, fuck you, then."
Yeah, man, that's
That's
really
why
good
Cypher's so mad through this whole movie.
That's a good point.
And then they all kind of fall into the roles, like, Tank and
okay.
Dozer, and then the little one.
Whoops, I fucked up. Sorry, Mouse, you weren't the one.
No, sorry, Mouse. I thought you were the one. No,
You're
it
just
wasn't.
the little one.
It was a
I'll be here all night. There turns out there's a tiny matrix in your. What? This is a serious movie. How did this turn into be so funny?
Just humanizing it. Like
We're humanizing the goose, dude. Cypher.
humanizing the crew.
I'm on board with Cypher here. Like I am
man.
Cypher in this movie. Like fuck all you guys. I'm going back to the real world. I'm going back to my cat.
Just missed that little part of the code. It's little one. Oh.
There's a lot of lines. Yeah, there's a lot to sift through. I'm sorry.
That part of the code already passed me by.
What the fuck? I hope you're listening, and I hope you're wondering what it looks like when we all cry at laughing, because you can check out our YouTube, and that's what's happening right now.
My face looks like Neo's when he came out of the pod.
My eyes hurt because you've never used them before.
Right? There's just a lot of stuff on my face right now. Oh, that's
man,
fucking amazing.
I do love we get our expose now, and we're getting a lot of the description of like holy shit.
This is all exposition, but it's shot and done so cool. Like, what do you guys think about like what happened to the real world? Like, he said we're all unified at one point, and then
fucking right.
Yeah,
no,
especially now.
There's no way that we are, and especially if he does say that this is the peak of our civilization, but he doesn't talk about the decline of our civilization necessarily.
Right. He just said something happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And exactly. So my thoughts is just like, we created AI. He says, which we're in the peak of right now. By the way, I gotta say, our timeline's kind of matching up.
It's
If
crazy.
1999 was the pinnacle of civilization, we're 22 years later here. Maybe we're on time.
Chances are you heard about our podcast on TikTok. Thanks to AI.
That's the AI.
Exactly.
There we go.
Now we got the metaverse coming up, which is literally plugging you into a different reality. I don't like it.
It's a big old yikes.
I might be more Cypher than I thought I was.
I'm telling you, we're all Cypher here. So let me tell you my theory. This is a deep theory. I've taken a bunch of different theories here and kind of combined this into something. So I don't believe there was an original war between men and machines.
Okay.
I think that humans created AI and had them fully under control, machines fully under control, but like humans do, we never came together and we destroyed the Earth. We plundered the planet's resources, scorched the sky like humans have been fucking doing forever.
Right.
So what we did was humans basically reprogrammed these machines that we had fully under control to be our caretakers, to basically put us into a stasis.
Yeah.
Just reproduce us, keep us healthy, while they rebuilt our world. We're figuring, it's going to be about 400 years till we can, till the sky will come back. So really, the Matrix is just this internet that we've already designed that we are now just getting plugged into to just live a life and have a simulation while the machines are rebuilding our world.
Okay.
So when this was announced that this was going to happen, there was a small group of humans that said, no, fuck that. Like, I don't want to live inside that world. So they broke away. This small group, eventually, hundreds of years later, things have muddied.
Yeah.
They're resenting their choices of their forefathers. They're resenting the majority of humans who are living in the Matrix. So they start waging war against the Matrix and against the machines.
Yeah.
So the machines fight back as they're programmed to do to like stop them from unplugging and killing humans. So the machines are just trying to save the majority of the human race here. So they're fighting these terrorists. And the agents are created, placed in the Matrix to monitor people, to fight back against Morpheus's terrorist cell. Morpheus is a bad person.
Yeah.
And here's why. There's a theory out there that Morpheus is actually bad. His ship is called the Nebuchadnezzar.
Right.
This was the name of the king of Babylon in ancient times. Babylon, of course, being the oppressive and exploiting system of the modern materialist world, place of evil. Of course, the opposite of that being Zion.
Yeah.
So King Nebuchadnezzar invaded and destroyed Zion. So Morpheus is also the name of the Greek god of dreams. So either Morpheus is a human or he's just a program in the Matrix. Either way, his evil job is keeping people convinced they're made to escape, feeding them misinformation, controlling their dreams. So Morpheus is essentially, Zion is the Matrix. And Babylon, the evil Babylon, is actually the humans trying to destroy the Matrix.
Right.
You follow me on that?
I am following.
Like, it's the complete opposite of what we think it is.
Right.
Because we're being told the story from the terrorists.
The narrative of
yes.
them. Yes.
That's my theory.
Oh.
Is that mind-blowing or what?
Blown.
Morpheus is actually bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
So I should sell my trench coat. And I should
Cypher is the real hero of this story. He's going back to Zion.
I should just go back to sleep and start dreaming again.
Yes.
He tricked us.
They tricked us,
God.
dude.
Damn it!
That was...
So there, I took a little while, but that's my theory.
I love it.
That's fascinating.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it again with that in mind, and that'll be that'll fuck me up.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, dude.
I had to bring us back from the whole little one Matrix talk that we were in there.
I like Tank. Tank is awesome, but I think another person that could have played him was John Leguizamo.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it just reminded me John Leguizamo would be that person for sure.
They have this kind of resemblance to each other, and like mannerisms would be great. Like, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, just another name to it. But
I do love the actor who played Tank. Though.
Very good.
His
He's
expressions
fantastic.
and like when he's so dedicated and when he's just like, it's a very exciting time.
Yeah,
and he's just like we got to get to it.
I also read that he people loved his character so much after the first one that he went back to the Wachowskis and was like, I need more money for the sequels, and they're like, fuck you.
So
they offered him
guy.
they offered him like $200K for both of the movies total.
Oh my God!
And so he fought back. He said, no, fuck that. And so they're like, your character's dead. Because he was such a great character.
Great.
It's kind of bullshit.
Great.
Bullshit.
It does kind of suck. I like how like you can literally download jiu-jitsu into your brain, like eat your heart out, Joe Rogan. You know.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, take that.
Just like training and everything like that is just downloaded in your brain. You got to do no work to do it. You know?
Did you see one of the programs that was scrolling through? It was Drunken Boxing.
Drunken Boxing. I was like, yeah, can I learn that one
Yeah, hook
first?
me up with that.
The guy who did all the choreography, the fight choreography, Wu Ping, I think is his name. He directed The Drunken Master starring Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like a nod to that.
Tight.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's a real like kung fu, karate, taekwondo kind of subset.
Well, there's a lot of nods to it, like when they do go into the sparring match, like Keanu Reeves does it was improvised the nose flick.
Yeah.
And that's a Bruce Lee move all day, baby.
Shit.
Yeah,
the old school kung fu, right?
Yeah.
If you look up a video of
I know kung fu.
If you look up a video of Keanu Reeves meeting his idol, who is Sonny Chiba, on YouTube, it's the most enduring and heartwarming thing to make you love Keanu Reeves even more. Like, he loves movies like this. This is why he wanted to do this. He wanted to know like how to do all this shit. And then that video he met Sonny Chiba, who was a big actor in all those movies. He's in Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, I think. But why he wanted to do this, and he's so good at it, and that's why he kind of does a little nod to Bruce Lee, obviously. But
there was a thing that I couldn't figure out as a kid, because we also get this scene is where Cypher is now meeting with Agent Smith.
Right.
He's inside the Matrix and he's deciding he's eating that steak. How the fuck?
How did he get there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I've got a thought on that. I finally think I figured that out. I think Mouse has the program of the woman in the red dress.
The little one, yeah.
And I think that they actually, the little one. See, he's doing his job here, okay? I think they actually have the ability to have some free time and go into the Matrix and have some sexual escapades.
They get conjugals?
Yes. No, I think because he even says, he goes, I can set up a meeting with her for you. He says that to Neo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think Cypher's like, hey, Mouse, been a couple weeks. You want to put me in that unmonitored space? I'm gonna send me in, because you can't send yourself into the Matrix.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So and there's a rule in the ship, like, hey, when I go in for the conjugal, cut off my feed.
Yeah,
I don't want you watching this.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, right?
So that's
I like that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's why they all have, like, when they're walking around the ship and stuff, they all have those weird stains on their pants.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just wearing rags. And
wait, so
they put a tent over them.
So if you bleed in the Matrix, you.
Oh my God.
Wait. What's going on?
What is their food made of again? It looks a little similar to.
Oh no!
I know there's a lot of protein in that.
A lot of protein.
It's what I hear.
Single cell organism.
I'm going to put it out there. A lot of people have talked about The Matrix in their movie review podcast. I don't think anyone has ever gone as deep as we've gone so far.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone's ever implied
we're truly unplugged, dude.
Yeah.
But Mouse is also the most punchable face in the movie, right?
You think so?
Yes.
I think he's definitely. I think his personality has that face. Yeah.
Like instant oat or something like that.
Tasty wheat.
Tasty wheat. Remember Tasty Wheat?
Yeah, it's like, but technically you never had it. He's like, that's got no point. He's just like, he's going crazy.
Still don't get your point.
Yeah.
He's like Neo doesn't know how annoying I am yet, so I'm going to try to make him friends with me.
Right.
Because no one else here, everyone else hates me.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I can get Neo on my side, then I'll be cool with everyone else.
Yeah. Here's a fan theory. They left Mouse alone, hoping he'd get just dusted.
No, Mouse, you are the one.
No, yeah.
I know we call you the little one, but you're the one.
You're the fucking one.
Go find Smith.
Yeah.
You'll take care of him right away. I swear to God, dude.
We'll leave you a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And you can hang out here, and I bet you'll take him out. Remember all your training.
It seems like he's just going down on a woman in red right now.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything that he said.
There is also... I know you guys are Star Wars fans. I think producer Jeremy is. There's a theory that on Reddit from Robertismo that Star Wars is actually a simulation and part of the Matrix. Because in the Attack of the Clones, after Obi-Wan and Anakin chase an assassin into the bar, Kenobi is approached by a dude in the business of dealing death sticks. It's a really short scene there.
Yes.
That character is played by Matt Duran, who plays Mouse in the Matrix. And then in the same fucking scene, like 15 seconds later, Anakin's walking by everyone, and a woman pops into frame for a few seconds, gives a very seductive look to Anakin. That woman is Fiona Johnson, the woman in the red dress in the Matrix.
Fuck?
Oh my God.
So the theory is that Mouse was just bored and just plugged into the Matrix and was just looking for a friend, like, because nobody fucking likes him. And then that the red dress program is just doing her thing, like trying to seduce important people that have powers.
Wow.
Fucking weird, right?
Man, I just saw 3 million hits on that TikTok.
Fuck yeah. Our numbers have been down lately.
What's up, listeners? Shaun here. Support for Confused Breakfast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Hair is very important to me, so I got to say, I try my best to look like Kurt Russell from The Thing as much as I can. With his top notch and his luscious beard, however, I do not want my downstairs area looking as rugged as my upstairs area.
That makes sense.
That's why I choose Manscaped to keep my below-the-belt beard trimmed to look as beautiful as Henry Cavill's chin. To keep it this way, I'm proud to say I'm one of the first people who have gotten my mitts on the new Lawnmower 4.0, and I'm blown away by its craftsmanship and performance. Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent, functionally, and incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Now there is no more big trouble for little Shaun. While you're at it, check out the other products like the Weed Whacker, Manscaped's 2-in-1 nose and ear trimmer, or the Crop Preserver to prevent chafing, Crop Cleanser, a moisturizing nut wash, or the Crop Reviver, a nice cooling ball spray to keep your boys feeling cool. Like Kurt Russell in The Thing. Get 20% off free shipping with the code CONFUSED at manscaped.com. That is 20% off free shipping with the code CONFUSED at manscaped.com.
Wait, did you say confused?
Confused. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
I like that. It's
big trouble for little Shaun.
Big trouble, little Shaun. Does that mean you're Kurt Russell, but then your thing is the thing?
The ad's over.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. This is not in the ad anymore. Goodbye.
I think I'm good to go.
All right, let's move this on. So before they can leave the Matrix, agents ambush the group tipped off by Cypher. In an attempt to buy time for others, Morpheus fights Smith and is captured. Cypher exits the Matrix and murders the other crew members. Before he can kill Neo and Trinity, crew member Tank kills Cypher before before pulling Neo and Trinity from the Matrix.
I like how every time Neo asks a question to Morpheus, he gives some philosophical answer instead of just like a straight answer that like I need to know. Like he's like, so if you die in the Matrix, you die in real life. The body can't live without the mind.
What
is it a yes or no?
Just tell me.
Dude.
What is death?
Is it really so hard to believe? Well, yeah, it is, because you're fucking making me experience it right now.
You need to just say yes or yes. Okay, just give me a wink. Wink is yes. Yeah. 2 winks is no.
I can't see through your glasses.
God damn it.
You have to take off your sunglasses, man.
Nope. Don't ever take these things off.
Okay, I know we kind of glossed over it here, though, and that's the thing. Speaking of like Morpheus and his ambiguous answers, he takes them to see the Oracle, which we didn't really.
Talk about the Oracle. Yeah,
and I've got to say, it's just like, yeah, I know. It's just like, to me, I really wanted some callback to the Naked Gun to happen in this, where it's just like, and don't worry about the vase. Well, and watch out, the paint's wet on the door frame. It's like, oh god, dude. No, careful, the stove's hot. It's like, what's really gonna fuck you up is would you have done all that shit if I wouldn't have talked about it in the beginning? It's like,
I don't think I would have.
It's like
honestly.
My hand is burnt. So yeah, it would have been really wonderful if they could have drawn that out a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just like she's like, look out for the vase. Like, what vase? As he turns, he breaks. It's like if she wouldn't have said that. Probably would just be like, whatever. My
17-year-old mind wants to be like, oh my God, you're right, because like, would he have done that anyway?
Yeah.
But then me now, I'm just like, yeah, she said, watch out the vase, which made him turn.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in a new house. He wants to be respectful.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You know,
trying to be nice.
You know, keeping his like big gorilla arms in. You know,
he's being respectful. Like he just got taken to the projects. Basically.
Bit of a bugaboo.
And he's just like you gotta be respectful. As a very important lady, but she must be running a daycare in here.
We're not sure.
And she's running a business out of her home. I gotta be respectful of this place. You know.
And he's just trying to be. He's just like, you're right. He's settled in. He's been unable to hear anything around him from the squeaks in his leather for the last 10 minutes of walking. And now he just wants to just stop moving so he can actually listen to people talk. And then she's like, watch out for the vase. Oh, God,
and she's playing tricks on him.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's fine. I'll get my kids to clean up later. You're kids.
So
you're going to have kids clean up broken glass off the floor.
What the hell is this little Orphan Annie setup you got going here,
She's
man?
just smoking away. That can't be good for emphysema, some asthma sufferers.
Kids are having it. Obviously, one is going through leukemia treatment.
Yeah,
the smartest of all of them.
Absolutely,
like just bending spoons and shit.
Yep.
That kid's. Let's say that kid is the little one, not Mouse.
Yeah.
Can we at least just say
Morpheus got it wrong?
Morpheus got that one wrong.
Jeez.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say because we have this whole conversation and she's like, oh yeah, there's read your palms a little bit, check your tonsils, see if you got strep throat, and then it's just like, turns out you're not the one, and like his only reaction is like, Morpheus, he was so sure. It's like, yeah, he pulled me out of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm not
this is what happened to Cypher.
Wait a second.
I made some good money at that programming company.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I used to eat steaks.
I had good noodles at that noodle place, my favorite noodle place.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good online following as the name Neo.
Yeah.
You know?
That du jour girl really wants to do something with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was ready to see where that went.
Dip my ladle in that soup, but no.
There is no spoon.
But there's no spoon. There better be a spoon.
You're
now.
absolutely right, dude.
So it's like that's all you get, and then she's just like, "Here, take a cookie. You'll feel better." It's like, do you have like chocolate chip? Like, I'm not
macadamia nut?
Oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal
bullshit.
raisin. This is the worst cookie you could be offering to somebody.
By the way, speaking of like internet kind of terms, she literally gives him cookies.
That's pretty fucking. Because what is a cookie in computer speak?
I have no idea.
No, I think I bet Jeremy might know this. A cookie's like
I don't fucking know.
he's smart. He likes computers.
Yeah,
I think
behind a computer right now.
I think it's like information. It's like
it's
an
like
exchange of
leftover
information.
or something.
Yeah.
So she hands it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, you can refer back to this cookie later. It's like, I'm not going to review your bakery, okay?
Actually, I want to get rid of all my cookies so my computer will work better.
I like how she's also like, you're in love, balls to bones. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So,
there are still some things that hold up to me, though. And the majority, let's just get this straight, the majority of this movie does hold up.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
Some great thoughts that still make me feel weird when I hear it. The deja vu scene.
yeah.
You didn't tell him about deja vu?
Yes.
Like you had all this training and you like, you failed
It's
to.
kind of an important thing to know,
Exactly.
right? But that is such a cool concept of the deja vu being something has been changed.
Right.
Because
in the
people say
Matrix.
that, right? People
Yes.
that's a glitch in the Matrix. You know?
It's amazing. It's a weird, creepy thought to think of when you have deja vu.
Oh,
You're
I've
like,
been here before.
oh,
I
God.
felt this before.
What
this
the fuck?
happened before.
It makes you
It's
it
weird.
makes you think about this movie.
Yeah.
When that happens, it's like, oh, I need to watch that again. It's like they're just like the like intrusive like programming or whatever. Like they're getting you to think about this movie subconsciously
Right.
throughout, even though you're not watching it.
Totally.
I have made no sense.
I have made zero sense. I have to tell you a funny story because I think the funniest moment of the movie for me, it's not supposed to be funny at all, but it's when Cypher's starting to unplug everybody, and he unplugs Switch, and Switch goes, "Not like this," and then she just goes, like the most overacting I've ever seen anyone do in my entire life when she just goes, "Whoa."
It's like an inflatable balloon.
Yeah.
Man.
Wacky inflatable balloon man.
Wacky arm flailing inflatable tube man.
In fact, I sent you the video of two of my brother and a friend of mine like making fun of that and falling. Not like this. Boom.
It looks like it just looks like a character in a video game that just went bad. It's just okay. There it goes.
And in reality, if you just got unplugged, you'd just be like,
Yeah, right. No, you would just go. You just disappear, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry, I don't know. Like
I do appreciate that the little one went out like a badass.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like there's something wrong. Like he like hits the bricks and like he pulls out those two fucking huge ass guns.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And then
No.
I mean, maybe have the most badass outrance of this entire movie.
Definitely better than
Yeah.
Switches.
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely better than Switches. Oh no. This is I'm gonna now go ahead and say with you guys, 100%. I'm all Team Cypher on this. Like you
I'm
tricked
telling you,
us,
dude.
You tricked us. Like he's right. And you know what? The big selling point to me would absolutely be eating that same crap over and over again. You're like, are you kidding me? This is what we're gonna eat.
Tasty wheat semen.
Tasty seam.
It's been a while since anybody's gone in and seen the woman in the red dress. So.
Yeah, God.
Sorry about that.
We just collect the food from there.
No. But it's so true. I just have to say, like, no, I'm all team sphincter on this one. He is totally right. He is totally right.
Kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah,
he was so close.
I mean, he did it the wrong way. Obviously, he was killing people, but are they real people?
That's a good point.
Well, they were made from the Matrix, so.
Well, but that's the thing. Tank and Dozer, they can't be inserted into the Matrix, right? Because they were never there in the first place. So since they're born, so he would have to only kill them, I guess, at this point, right?
He could just like choke hold them and knock them out, kind of a thing.
That's a good point. Yeah,
but he didn't.
He didn't. He kind of did it,
which is why he died. Joey Pants died.
You're not gonna choke out Dozer.
No.
You mean to tell me that when that man is charging at you like a freaking rhino, that man is going to destroy your world?
It's gonna take lightning. Oh, it did.
Oh,
it did stop him. It did stop him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool dialogue here, though, with like Smith. This is where Agent Smith, I think, really is able to paint a cool picture of the world. Like, I mean, some of the lines he says, like the dinosaurs, you had your time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm more of a nihilist the older I get, in the fact of like, yeah, fuck us, like we suck.
Yeah.
Why are we being saved? You know, like, no, just get rid of us. Let's move on. So I thought that was pretty, and he even talked about that interesting concept of how they initially created the perfect world, the perfect utopian society, but like it didn't work because we're such negative. Like
we'll find a way to
find a way to fuck that shit up.
It's in your nature to destroy yourselves.
Yes, and that goes
Arnold
back.
Schwarzenegger
He shows up for like half a second.
but that even goes back to my original theory about like why would the machines create a perfect universe?
Right.
You know, all their like if they were truly harvesting us, like who gives a fuck? Like don't even put them in a world. Just like put them in a cell where nothing happens and they just create energy.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're creating like a perfect world tells you that maybe indeed the humans were behind this. Like, hey, put us in a perfect world so everything's great.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I'm just like, I want to believe that I'm not in a ball of goo, you know? But at the same, because I just feel like that's disgusting.
How do I breathe?
It's just kind of icky, and I don't really want to be there. You know,
I don't like it.
I mean, like I do see someone being kind of more of a nihilist, and like as you grow older and everything like that, and I'm growing more towards that. Probably we're just like, Jesus Christ, how can we? What else can we fuck up? But like moments like we get a caller, Aaron, right?
Yeah,
he called in.
right.
He's like, hey, I smiled a whole bunch just laughing by myself, listening to you guys or watching you guys. That's worth it to me.
Yeah,
that's that will always be worth it to me. And just to put a little bit more. Or just put a little, caveat there.
I like that.
Something to think about.
I also, just to go along
everything.
with your additional theories of kind of some of his dialogue, like, yeah, you guys, the human race is a virus. And it kind of plays up to like Agent Smith is going rogue.
Yeah.
Basically, though, too. True. Because it plays into your theory, because if he's going rogue, he's not playing by the rules. No. And he doesn't want to preserve the human race. He wants to destroy it now. And so that's kind of adds to it, too, is like, yeah, you're the worst freaking thing on the planet. You're a virus. You're destroying it. We need to be rid of you. Basically.
Well, Smith just wants to destroy Morpheus and his crew.
Okay.
The people that are tempting to destroy the Matrix.
Okay. Well, he wants information from Morpheus too, though.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But he wants to create codes. He wants to kill the rest of Zion, which is where the rogue bad people live.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
But in our heads, we're like, no, don't kill the humans.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing this through Morpheus. You know, he's the teller of dreams. He's the one that is like making us believe these things.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go save him. Let's get to the end here.
Well,
right?
I kind of want to see like before we get to that, like a conversation between agents is kind of funny to me. Like if you just like witness that, like the three of us, like we got to go get him. I agree. Let's go get him. We should probably go get him. I agree. Here's the plan. let's go. It's just like so like here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, you know, and then like they go back and forth like that. It's just so mechanical.
A couple of things on that. I like to think that they must obviously also be programmed with some sort of joke capacity because at the end Cypher's dead and they're like, and one of them says, "Never send a human to do a machine's job."
Was that good?
That was pretty
Nice, good one, Smith.
Yeah.
You
were programmed to say that, weren't you?
It's like, that's
really no
written
need
into
for
your
that.
code.
There's
Like
really no need for that.
That's the kind of stuff that I like to think about with these agents is like they're just everything about them has to be coded.
Yeah.
So also which also leads me to a favorite segment of mine. Which of those other 2 agents is the most punchable face in this movie?
Definitely the more of the long one.
The
longer face one.
The longer, puffier one. Yeah.
Agent Tall or Agent Short?
Tall.
Okay.
Agent Tall, yep.
Agent Tall is the most punchable.
He's just like,
well, he's got
the
cool.
entire
He
time.
does have some derp to his face, but at the same time, the small one, he's
the receding hairline on that guy.
yeah, that was programmed,
Hey.
and it's like he turns around, he's like, "But what if we're just not asking the right questions?" And it's just like, I want to punch you in the face.
All right, let's end this thing. So the agents interrogate Morpheus. Neo and Trinity enter the Matrix and rescue him. As Morpheus and Trinity safely exit the Matrix, Smith ambushes and kills Neo. While a group of Sentinels attack the Nebuchadnezzar, Neo is revived with newfound abilities. He easily defeats Smith, prompting the other agents to flee, and leaves the Matrix just in time to disable the Sentinels. Back in the Matrix, Neo prepares to begin freeing the minds of other humans.
So I do like the whole concept of when the Oracle told him you had to have a choice between Morpheus and yourself, and he kind of realizes this at this moment. And he's just like, okay, well, the Oracle told me about there's something weird here, and he does, like, Keanu Reeves does get that across pretty good to me. Like, and it's like one of his better acting moments in this movie for me.
Yeah.
Where just like, no, like I've been told this, like I think I gotta go in, like I think I gotta try and do something about it. You know? I like that aspect about it a lot, and then we get to maybe one of the best shootouts of all time.
Let's dive into that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best action scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
It also felt a little weird this time around after reading. I didn't realize how close, like you brought up the Columbine thing. Like Columbine did happen like 2 months after this.
And it's just like bringing up humanizing the goons, like they're just working there.
Yeah.
They're security guards, and you know.
And do you have, like, you guys are very powerful. Do you have to kill all of them?
Yeah. I gotta say, guys, this is a really rough. Those guys are basically mall security.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They with guns, but
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, please take out all metal items and change whatever you got in your
Yeah,
pocket.
the way he's saying it
These
is just
guys
He's
showed
off
up
in 30 minutes.
every
He's been working.
day.
He's picturing that beer that's waiting for
Oh
him at
my
home.
god!
You know.
He's got to go home to his wife. Kids probably got the report cards today. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
But come on, man. They destroy those dudes. That guy's just sitting there reading a newspaper and just gets cut in half by a machine gun.
That's why many people did try to blame like Columbine and school shootings on this movie. This
And
scene,
Marilyn Manson
this
and
scene,
all
but
this
right.
other bullshit.
And I did read up on it, and like, there's really, this is like, but it was a couple months before Columbine happened.
Blaming
You
art
can't-
for
Yeah.
violent acts like that is the most bullshit thing that anybody could ever use as an excuse.
It completely is, but it does take another turn when you watch this with that in mind. being
Definitely.
Like, this scene, like, oh god, they're just walking in like execution style, like fucking badass, like
Yeah.
coats on, and like that's where it was like, it doesn't take away from the scene,
Definitely
but you
hard
can
not
think
to
about
think
it.
about.
You can think about it a little differently when you're watching this.
Yeah. Yeah. They just, guys are making like $24 an hour, and they were pretty hyped on that, and they just got ripped apart, and I just.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
One of those
It's fucked.
guys was a year or two away from retirement.
That guy with the newspaper was
Yeah.
on. He was there, man.
Well, one thing I'm wondering about
Cliff.
too, like if those guys get killed, are their pods,
Bob?
their pod
Yeah.
people killed?
I don't know. I've wondered that too, because like if you're a real human being and you're plugging yourself back into the Matrix, then you die. If you kill the
Or
Matrix,
are all
but
of
dude,
them, or like some
or did they
people-
reset their dream and just go,
Right.
you didn't remember this?
Either that, or like they're just programs and not
Yeah.
actual people. We'll go with that. So they're not real people.
There was a moment though, much like one of my favorite moments
There's a lot of people out there.
one of my favorite moments of a previous movie that we did was Breakfast Club, when we talked about that when Emilio's eating the sandwich and
Yeah.
like the lettuce falls off,
yes,
and they're like,
yes.
save that. Apparently, this happened in this scene at the in the aftermath,
The very end.
At the very
Oh,
end,
yeah.
that little section of the pillar crumbles, and they're like, yes, they weren't
Save it.
they were not planning on using that, and it just crumbled off, just like that piece of lettuce in
That's
the Breakfast Club.
incredible.
Yes, that is like you work your whole life for a moment like that.
Yeah.
Holy,
Oh yeah,
fuck.
you can't you do so much planning to get one shot,
Yeah.
and then like that happens. You're like, we can't ever plan that or like redo that ever again. It's
Yeah.
going in the movie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, just like the artistry of like all the squibs and like the slow motion, the fucking cool ass
bullet
fucking
time,
music.
the
Yeah.
bullets going through the air, because Matrix kind of invented that, didn't they?
Matrix. We'll get to more bullet time here soon, but yeah, and how they did it is fucking crazy. But yeah, just I like fast forwarded through this entire movie when I first got it on DVD just to watch this scene over and over again,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you know, listen to the soundtrack and stuff. But very, very cool scene. And like when they do go into the elevator and they drop the elevator back down with the bomb in it, they shot that fire coming out, and that was real fire. Just the door was CG. The real fire coming out looks like it's like scraping across the floor. They shot that upside down, so because
cool.
you know, like heat rises, whatever. They shot it
Wow.
upside down, so the flames
Okay.
like that, and they just flip the image, and that's where you get that effect.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
The whole rest of this movie is pure straight action. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say about it other than like it still holds up.
It really does.
All of this action still looks cool.
I mean, if we want to get to the whole bullet time scene on top of the roof with him, Trinity, and that and punchable face agent,
Right.
that bullet time effect was shot with like I don't know how many different just DSLR cameras. They were all positioned.
cool.
They were all positioned in a way that like swirled around
yep.
the whole like action piece. And so they took those images, and then a real camera went all around them too to do that. And so it was just like it was in editing, it was like all kind of jumbled a little
Of
bit.
course.
And so that's why this movie won Best Editing. Is like he just stitched all of those camera pieces together to make it as seamless as possible. And then they added the CGI later, and it's if you look up videos of them shooting the scene, it's like crazy.
Oh god.
The whole setup is like who the fuck thought this up?
Yeah.
You know.
I think as they rescue Morpheus, they get the helicopter. I love they just download how to fly a helicopter.
So cool.
Helicopters for dummies, right
Yeah.
into Trinity's brain.
and you buy it. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's
cool.
just like, and
All right.
oh yeah, her eyes are flickering, so that means
Yep.
yeah, that's definitely it. And then they blow out they blow it all out. Thank God, because it looked like Morpheus definitely needed a shower at that point too.
Yeah.
He probably just smells like
100%.
ramen noodles, and that's what Agent Smith is talking about. Your stink and this and that. And then at the end of all this, right, they rescue him, and he's finally down. And he's like, and he's rescued Trinity, and he pulls him up, and all Morpheus can do at this point is be like, "See, Trinity, told you so."
Do you
like-
believe me now,
like-
Trinity?
Yeah, it's like,
What the
told
fuck,
ya.
dickhead? We just saved your ass.
Like a Rick and
I
Morty
was
thing.
right. You were wrong. You doubted me, you fucking bitch.
That's all you can do. It's just like, all right, well, here we go.
God, you're absolutely right. And then they get to the subway
Yeah.
and they send Morpheus in, and then full well knowing that time is of the essence, Matrix or Neo and Trinity decide we're gonna have a heartfelt conversation.
Yeah, this
right?
is the
Like,
time.
Trinity, this is not the fucking time.
In-
Get in the goddamn fucking phone booth.
There's a homeless dude right over there looking at us. You think we should have this conversation, even if he wasn't about to turn into an agent? You think we'd have this conversation in front of him?
I don't want to do it in front of the drunk jerking off like a homeless guy. Okay, please.
You realize what you're wearing. He hasn't seen something like this ever.
It's the sorry to our female listeners, but it's the timing of women sometimes. It's just- my wife is the same way. She'll be like, "Is now a good time to talk about the fight we had 6 months ago?" No, it's really not a good time.
It's not.
No, I'm
in front of
changing a tire.
I'm walking on stage. The intro to my band song ends in 5 seconds. I have to get on stage in front of the sold out crowd. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
No!
Answer the phone. Answer the phone.
Fucking phone.
Please.
I do love this whole fight scene between Neo and Agent Smith. starts off as like a Sergio Leone kind of Western look. Like there's a camera behind Agent Smith and behind Neo.
Kind of a Cool Hand Luke vibe.
God damn it, dude. It's like a good and the bad and the ugly kind of vibe.
Okay, fine, yeah.
No Paul Newman.
Another good Western.
Yeah, it's so good. But they have like their hands and like the piece of paper whisks by, and it kind of does like in the soundtrack or whatever, like I guess rattlesnake thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like that little touch. It's like because westerns and kung fu movies and stuff like that kind of have like a symbiosis. I think to me.
Yeah.
Great fucking fight scene here too.
And it goes on. It takes us all the way to the moment where we think Neo has died.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. It's probably a good time to talk about. Well,
I mean, did she kiss a dead guy?
Well,
did I steal something?
No. I just want to say, I don't buy the Trinity Neo thing. Like,
okay.
I feel zero connection to them. I felt zero connection between them in any of the Matrix movies. That this is like the most important scene in the movie, that maybe technically her love like pulls him from the dead,
right?
But I don't buy that there's any love there at all.
Yeah.
Am I alone in that?
We don't get any scenes between them. There could have been a scene. I was thinking today watching it again. Like there could have been a scene, and it's a long ass movie, so probably not. But they could have
long ass episode too.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
No, I didn't mean
respect. There could have been a scene of like him and her just like eating spooge together, like in the cafeteria or whatever, and then like joking back and forth or like relating a little bit somehow here and there.
She takes a bite of his spooge,
but the relationship is literally just prophesized.
We could have got a 80s montage like ass sliding thing.
Whatever. You bet.
Something
chase me on my bicycle.
Something fun to do on the Nebuchadnezzar. Show me that.
Yeah.
You're right, but then AJ, I guess like she kisses a dead guy and then
she kissed a dead guy, man.
I don't know.
He died.
He's
flatlined.
Dead. Right?
I'd want to get kissed.
So how did he? But how did he come back to life? Or is it just did he have the power to just be like, no, I'm not dead? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I guess he's just invincible, and that's the problem with all the other fucking sequels.
Yes.
There's no stakes, but we're not talking about.
We're not talking about those.
Well, and that was I liked the ending, full well knowing that they did not expect to do anything beyond this.
Mm-hmm.
I love that ending when I first saw it. When I saw it today, I kind of went, because I knew that there were sequels.
I watched a little bit of Reloaded, which is the sequel directly after this.
I did too.
Same.
And it's like almost the first like 15, 20 minutes is all in Zion. And it's so boring,
dude. The dance, the rave scene,
it's so weird.
Is the worst scene. I turned it off.
Like I like them having sex, obviously, and that's fucking awesome. But like, intercut with like people,
big
just
old sex party.
Shake the earth to tell them where we're at so they can come kill us.
Yeah,
what?
It's like, you know what? Again, I think that whole cavern just smells like ramen noodles.
It's got to.
It's just.
Do you not like the smell of ramen noodles?
It just has a scent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That you're just like, it's kind of earthy, but also
so you just open up a window every time you make it.
I try to. It's cold out right now.
I did think that Rage Against the Machine "Wake Up" is a perfect ending, lyrically, musically.
Yeah.
I will explain to you.
Wake up!
I will explain.
Me up! Can't wake up! That one, right, guys? Okay. Can we just?
Yes, that is.
Can we just imagine that it's Evanescence instead?
Let's ask our TikTok followers to take the ending of The Matrix and put a totally different song at the end of it.
Please, just put
what I want,
Evanescence.
you've got it might be hard to handle.
Wake me up,
because there's thunder in your heart. But I will explain in the Patreon only episode of how I feel about the new Matrix and them using the same song, and I'll tell you all how I feel about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think that's it.
I think that's it.
That's all.
We can't do anymore.
We can't. This may be our longest episode, but I think it's one of the funniest. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Never did I think The Matrix would be funny.
I had a good time.
Never made me cry like that.
Let's do what we do. We did our critical review. Now it is time to talk about what we thought about this movie, critically speaking, modern day. AJ, what do you think, man?
I'll be honest with you, I still really did enjoy watching this, and I had to have, because I watched this movie like 5 times because I couldn't ever just sit down and watch the movie upon rewatching. I was like always in the middle of something else until like I had to finally do it. But every time I always found something more that I enjoyed about it, and reasons why I still do enjoy the movie. The action is amazing. Obviously, the effects still hold up. And again, I actually, it's one of my favorite Keanu Reeves movies, honestly, in his roles. So this movie for me, although it's probably not as, I'm not as enthralled with it, I would give this now a 7.3.
7.3, Shaun. What about you, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, this is a perfect movie back in the day for me. Obviously, you've seen the pictures, and you will see if you haven't. But all the philosophical things I didn't get back then. Obviously, it was just an action movie to me. So there's a lot more to think about on these rewatches and everything. It still all holds up, like AJ said, and it's still like one of the, like it's an entry in the movies you need to see before you die.
Totally.
I do believe that. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
9.5. That's huge, Shaun. I think for me, usually we have the problem here where we have trouble stripping away the nostalgia, like last week with Rad.
Right.
It's hard to strip that away. For me, This is the opposite. I'm having trouble stripping away the future of the Matrix.
Yeah.
The sequels are fine, but I did what you did. I started watching Reloaded and I turned it off. I was like, I'm bored. I don't
fell
like
asleep.
this.
Yeah.
Those just do not hold up like this first one does, but it's pulling me down on this Matrix a little bit because why did you do that? So I do think the movie's better than what I thought about it initially, but this problem with the future is bringing me back down again. So I'm right where I started. I'm a 7. Yeah. I'm just like you have to watch this movie.
Absolutely.
It's just that's where it is for me.
Yeah.
So where that puts us 7.9 will actually put us like middle of the pack. That is tied with Princess Bride, Christmas Story, about 15 down from what we thought overall rating.
Okay.
So not too bad, right?
There we go.
Respect.
Some good company there.
Yeah.
All right, well, we also want to thank our Patreon members like we do. We like to read their beautiful, amazing names on air. We got to thank Dane, Joel, Tony B, Nick Merulla, Mark Pryor, Keerlana, Jordon, Elisha, Nick Fulkerson, Camden Griffith, Francisco Rivera, Cameron J, Bud Larsen, BigBigAndy, Katie Beeks, Travis Hunziker, Bryan Hernandez, Greg Jackson, Mr. and Mrs. Roommate, Cale James, Jason Davis, Emilio Perez, Shaun Dixon, Skyler Brunssen, Jordon Hooten, Brynna Misener, Willie Cox III, Jenel Lewis, Joseph Thomas, Marshall G, Ryker Garrison, Ryan Carlton, Josh Miller, Connor Macy, Jason Botsford, Stephen Moore, Chris Pryor, Paul Diaro, Jason Hahn, Buckaroo Bonsley, Moth Maiden Creations, Travis Scanlon, Eric Hine, Michael Hod, Gary McCarthy, Corey Vaughn, Damian Zemek, Ranger Rick and Subalu, Zachary Huron, Eric Murrieta, Dallas B, Kitty Witch Chaos, Revis, David Wagoner, Tim Nash, Mike Zacher, Dwayne Van, Zachary Moore, Robert Vence, Joey Piemonte, Cole DeRocher, David Waters, Alan Cross, Shaun, Zerophonic, Amy N, Ryan O, Dakota Holland, Samuel Miller, David Gould, Channing Rankin, Anthony Stone, John Devlin, Zachary Jones, Seth Murray, Tina Hansen, Math Brewer, Roland and Julie, Matthew Schaffner, Lilu Dallas Multipass, Joshua Goodman, Lance Davis, Jesse Anderson, Biggie Brands, Mark Rosshirt, Mike being Mike, that's not me, James DeHart, Dale Prestupia, Nicole Renshin, Lana Croft, Mike Wheeler, Andrew Sawtail, Eric Harding, Jarrett Layoff, Gabe B, and Aaron Baker. Oh my God.
Wow.
We fucking love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
And we hope you all enjoyed the episode. It means the world to have you here. Tune in next Wednesday, another great episode. It's fucking bobsled time.
It's bobsled time.
Cool runnings is what we're going to hit. And if you're new to the podcast, go back to the beginning of January 2021. Hilarious episode just waiting for you. The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
It was a fun episode.
That was a fun
episode, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks for listening, guys. Please stay in touch with us by following on all of our social media platforms at Confused Breakfast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and Confused Be Fast on Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave a review on the podcast platform of your choice right now.
Also, we have merch. You know you want to rep the Confused Breakfast in public. Mugs, stickers, shirts, all kinds of goodies. Go to confusedbreakfast.com for a direct link.
And don't forget about our voicemail number, 319-804-9596. Links to everything you could ever need from us are in the show notes or at confusedbreakfast.com. This includes a way to follow all of us individually in our personal projects that we want you to check out. Mission of the day, tell your friends about us. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
I wanna double. Does this help me?
Yeah.
No, doesn't. I like this better. Yeah. Ouch. All right, Dad.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, clap.